We're back. I'm Jay Weidner, talking to Jonathan Goldman about Healing Sounds, 2012, the end of this world and the beginning of another. Looking at the weather on the internet, and it was like a huge, monstrous El Nino storm coming into California. Looks like it's going to sweep across the entire United States. It's just monstrous. I don't know what's going on. Anyway, Jonathan, let's talk about what we can do to get ready for this. I mean, what kind of world do you see at the end of this thing, the beginning of the next thing? What world do you want?
What's it look like over the rainbow, Jay? Listen,
yeah.
I got a question for you. I just got the hit that you may have some listeners who are absolutely not familiar with any of my music. Can I play like 2 minutes, the excerpt of something, just so people can hear?
Oh, please. Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, so I was mentioning the phi ratio before, and that was from the Lost Chord, which was actually something from the year 2000. It was the first recording to feature this, and it's got Hebrew, Hindu, and Tibetan chants going simultaneously, all in the phi ratio. So just listen to this for a minute, and this is for the throat chakra. So here we go, just a little bit. We'll see how it comes out. It's coming out mono, but life is like that. You know,
nice.
It's pretty interesting. You can really feel how, music just affects your nervous system, your emotional body, and all that stuff.
I'm 10 times calmer than I was before you started it. So
me too.
You're right. You got any more?
You got tons of it, but I just invite your listeners to go to the Healing Sounds website, and that's actually an umbrella that'll get you to the Sound Healers Association, the Temple of Sacred Sound. It's got information. It's got all sorts of sonic tools. You can sample. I've got over 25 different CDs that I've put out. One even nominated for a Grammy and all that stuff. So it's it's great stuff. But as you were talking, we were talking about the weather and what weird weather we've been going. And Jay, one of the things that magicians have known about for a really long time is weather control. Would you not agree?
I agree, yeah.
And so therefore, people can learn to use, whether it's Native American people or the pagan traditions or whatnot, the shamans of different traditions and, the magical people, the spiritual people have known how to use their consciousness, how to use their prayers to affect weather. And I know of many stories of different people, even recently, who've been in the, path of hurricanes and been able to turn actually the hurricane away from themselves. And I don't know where it was, who it hit or whatnot. I'm not going there, but I'm saying that we can affect weather. And if we can affect weather, which is one of the great things in terms of the whole 2012 thing, that people are freaking out about, oh, good gosh, this is going to happen or that's going to happen. Yes, it certainly looks like that, but if we can use our combined consciousness, which can be focused and amplified through our sound to affect weather, then maybe we can shift and change the stuff that might be detrimental and make it just dissipate in harmony.
Well, I think that's I think that is the definition that the ancients would use to describe the Golden Age, and probably everyone was in fact living in some kind of musical environment, even if they're just humming. I can imagine that if in another kind of society where it'd be all right to be singing while you're waiting in the grocery aisle or whatever, what a nice world that would be. And whatever you want, Pavarotti or whatever.
Or just as you were saying, even like a hum. If we, part of my purpose still is to actually, make people aware that they have the power to use their own sound to affect their nervous system, their heartbeat, their respiration. That's numero uno. And when you start doing that type of thing, even through just humming or going, like that, it actually, there are all sorts of different neurochemicals, hormones, etc., that are beneficial for you that occur when this happens. And, we simply basically, most of us have now grown up with the idea that there are certain people who are gifted and skilled and they go to school and they're beautiful looking and they have great voices and they can sing great. And, so we give our power of sound to them. And I'm here to say, folks, take back your power of sound. You can use sound to basically resonate your physical body, your etheric field. You can use sound to actually contact and tap into higher aspects of yourself, what some people might call the divine. I'm not talking about getting up in front of an audience and singing Strangers in the Night or Star Spangled Banner or something. That's performance art, and that's great. But what I'm talking about, that is entertainment. What I'm talking about is entrainment, which is the ability of shifting our frequencies. And this comes from physics indeed, and it's real.
It is. And there's no doubt about it. So I can see someday a developed science that knows all the intricacies of how to use sound techniques to cure diseases and everything. Get some rich person to invest in this, we could start doing it now. It's frustrating, isn't it?
Well, without going too far, there was actually an ad before for Royal Rife. Yes. I would just suggest that people who are interested research the life of Royal Rife and realize that, there maybe be people on the planet who already have these answers, and they're being, shall we say, very shy about coming forth with it simply because the past history has determined that those people with it's like the story of the person who could, make a car run on water and, they would all of a sudden disappear in the middle of the night